Oh my God. How are you? Thanks a lot, Alex Igbori. Um, a wonderful evening to you, as well as to other persons that I can see on the screen here. I really am highly honored to be here. I didn't expect this. Alex called me this afternoon and said, "You're going to anchor this
Can
event."
you
And I was
speak a
like,
little louder, sir? Can you speak a little louder, sir?
"Can you hear me like this? Is it clearer now?"
Yes, yes, it is.
I want to act like Don Jeff now. So I'm going to hold it close to my mouth. So as I was saying, yeah, she called me this evening and said, she sent me a message this evening around 5. I didn't see it on time. I went to the Cartoon Center where we had a meeting, and I was kind of shocked because I'm highly honored. I really appreciate the chance you've given me to anchor this. It's a rare privilege. I want to use this opportunity to thank um, all the members of the Platinum Partners. It's not been an easy ride moving from last year to this very day we have to give thanks to God. So many people have come, so many people have left the business, some have even died. Yeah, I lost one of I lost a patient who had breast cancer. They were using the product, they were having great results. All of a sudden, somehow, someway, they just decided to take a break. I tried to appeal to them, but I think the finance was actually affecting them. But before I knew what was happening, I heard the news that she already passed away. It was quite painful. I kind of got close to the family. I even heard another story of again, one of my colleague when I was in secondary school. Her husband had kidney problems. I tried talking to her, tried appealing. I spoke and spoke, and she was just telling me, "No, we have one other kind of treatment." I I just prayed nothing would happen, but before I knew what was happening, a couple of weeks later, or a month or two, I heard that the husband had already died. Death is not a joke, and it was one of the reasons why this business is very important. If you are in a market square and a gunshot is um is heard, you will see everybody running helter skelter. Why? Because every single person appreciates life. So when you compare, if you put it on the scale of what health does and what all other type of businesses um, do, in terms of estate agency, in terms of other kitchenwares, clothes, shoes, cosmetics, nothing can be compared when it comes to health. Because without health, the person is actually nothing. That's the truth. So we know why we're here this evening. We're here to discuss or to talk about or to showcase, to share some of our most outstanding testimonies we have gotten from this product or this industry of phytoscience. But before I go forward, I want to say that um, how for those that may not know me, my name is Mr. Victor Emove. I happen to be a former banker and a former teacher. Actually, I spent 16 years in these industries before I went into phytoscience proper. And I'm also, for those that may not know, I am Softmind's husband, and we've been doing this business together for a very long time, for the past 4 years now. And as a matter of fact, when the opportunity was told to Alex, I didn't know Alex very well, but all I knew was that she was calling my wife as late as 1 a.m., 2 a.m. at night. They were both excited. I didn't know what they were talking about. But today, I mean, it took a couple of months later, I got to understand what they were really talking about because they are really um, very interested in the business as well as the health challenge. Now, like I said, we have a duty today for those that have been invited to this presentation, online presentation. Please, I want you to buckle up, fasten your seatbelt, and try to have an open mind. Have an open mind. You can ask questions because questions bring forth knowledge, not the answers, provided we ask the questions with the intention to want to learn more. Um, we when you talk about share has to do with caring, has to do with giving something that you have. I have a testimony. I have a series of testimonies. Subma has her own testimonies. Alex have her own testimonies. Many people have testimonies, but you'll be so shocked that when you're talking to people, they still probably may not just want to believe that what you're saying makes sense. I and Sharon, who is an active life, I'm sure she's online right now. We met a lady we went to buy something. We met a lady this evening, and we shared the flyer. She didn't even give us a chance to explain anything. Then we took time to buy what we wanted to buy, and Sharon was trying to explain to her. Then she opened up and said she's a nurse. Oh, she was a nurse, and I was like, wow, she was worked. She had worked at Lagoon Hospital before, but she doesn't really care about all this. All these are just fake. And we tried to explain to her. We tried to. She even brought out the flyers, trying to show her some of the testimonies, and she was a little bit reluctant. We tried our best, but she just didn't want to just budge. But her husband was giving us an opening, listening ear. What am I saying? The testimony session that Alex has opened up on Tuesdays, it's a very powerful one because people tend to believe you um, when you are not only one talking, but rather you have different people from all different gender, different walks of life, social strata, different people from different locations, geographical locations, explaining the power of the product. It has an impact on the way people will view the product than just to talk about showing them on just the screen or your PowerPoint slide. So, like just we mentioned, I am the anchor for today. I will be showcasing my own testimony and some other testimonies that I have. And I'll also open the floor for those that have their own testimonies to also showcase their testimonies. And one of the things that is very important about testimonies are these. Please, it's a very important aspect that I think a lot of us are missing out. Yes. Testimonies shouldn't just come with, I had this and I took this and it's gone. No, it should start from me. It's a strong advice and suggestions also. It should start with let every one of us who are trend makers act as we are, as though we are consultants. You get it? Like we're consultants. We might not be doctors, quote and unquote, or nurses professionally, but the fact that we have the information at our fingertips and it has been verified, tested, tried over time, we have bona fide information. We should speak as though we're consultants and want to share this information. So let us not fail to ask the person, how is the person feeling? How long has this person had this? How long matters a lot. What has the person been using? Because what the person been using also tells you that the person has tried this, and he has not tried our product, then you're now coming from the angle of stem cells. If the person has not tried in anything, then you cannot know how to approach the person. How long has it been? What has the person been using? How much has the person spent? And why are they interested in this particular one we're having right now? So we can come from that angle. And I want to also advise, when we are making recommendations, let us not be too stereotyped. Okay, although some people might not like this, but when you're talking to people, try to be careful. There are some people that when you look at them, you size them, quote unquote, not because you want to be rude or you want to be derogatory, but you want to be very sure. When you know that they don't have the funds, don't send in estimates or price tag that has to do with 600,000, 1 million. You cut them off completely. They won't call you back. You understand? So what I do personally, what I do, I will send options. I send options from junior platinum, which is the 600 plus, to gold, 400 plus, to silver combined, then to 1 silver with the snow filler and all the rest. I just do option 1, option 2, option 3, option 4. But after sending that, I will try to make the person realize that choosing option 1 or minimum option 2 is best for them. But if they have the funds, they go ahead and they buy it. But if they don't, then they can buy the one that is very, very small. But like I said, it may not apply to you, it may apply to you. Just look at the person in question before you do that. So you won't go and send option 1, 2, 3, 4 to someone that is a senator or someone that is very, very affluent. They won't really value that small option. Just be very wise about it. I'm sure that will be very, very helpful. So we can apply this pattern. It can really help us a great deal. Now, I'm going to share my testimony. I'm going to start from like I'm gonna go back in time, 2017, when my wife bought this product. And as a matter of fact, before now, we were formerly using the other product, which is the aloe vera gel, which is not a bad product. It's good. We used it a lot, got a lot of testimonies from it. Although there were limitations to those testimonies, I must confess. So Mike came to the house and showed us the pack, and I was like, my mind. The thing is this, my mindset, because I wasn't used to, I didn't know what stem cells really was. My mindset was these are just supplements. You understand? So I just said, okay, yeah, these are the products. So she opened it up, and I took it. I started licking it up. I didn't know what I was really taking. I didn't know what I was taking. So I went to the office. That was the period I had a very terrible toothache. Um, it, as a matter of fact, I've had toothaches several times. I think I'm very, very bad when it comes to sweets and all the rest. So it was that terrible. I remember there was a day I was supposed to sleep at night. I couldn't sleep. I was rolling in the house on the floor. It was that terrible. My wife now said, "Honey, let's go to the hospital." I said, "Let us go to the hospital." And I came out of the house. I was at the door, at the veranda. I was on the floor, outside where the slippers. I used to keep our slippers. I was on the floor to tell you how bad the pain is when it comes to toothache, and I wanted to like faint. You get it? I got to the hospital with pains. They gave me some touch and go, all those stuff, and it just relieved me a little bit, and it didn't really go down. That same tooth kept on paining me, kept on giving me pains so much that it cracked. There was a cavity, a very deep cavity, and afterwards it cracked into, I think, 4 parts. The tooth cracked into 4 parts. So um, it was very painful, but I was just managing it. When I'm eating, I will try as much as possible to push the food to this other side of the mouth, and I'll be chewing like the way goats chew their cord or something. I was chewing with one mouth, and it wasn't really nice. It wasn't really funny. Seriously, it was terrible. And when the product came to the house, before then, I was also thinking of, as I was just living with that tooth, mistakenly sometimes I chew with that tooth. One of the 4 parts of that tooth broke off from the mouth, broke off. And I just felt, okay, it's even high time, let them just stay breaking off. It's even high time I go to the dentist so they can just pull off the whole thing. So that was my intention, because the hole was there, the pain was severe. Then all of a sudden, somebody came to the house with the double stem cells. Now, mind you, all this thing that was happening to me took like 2-3 years. All the pains from tooth in, out, like that, 2-3 years. So somebody came to the house with the product, and I was like, what's all this? I've already used aspirin. I'll put aspirin into the hole. So now I'll take salt water. I was using so many things. Until when she got to the house, she gave me the products. I was using it. My mindset was, this is the same supplement, but she's in the business, no big deal. Let me keep using it. So I kept on using the product. And I don't know what really happened. I just kept on using the product. All of a sudden, I realized something. I think it took like 2-3 weeks. I realized that I woke up one morning. The pain, first of all, subsided. It just subsided completely and stopped. So I wasn't feeling pains there anymore. Then all of a sudden, I woke up one early morning. I noticed that the tooth was just okay, was just fine. I was like, okay, fine, no problem. I went to work, came back, slept, woke up the next morning, and like 2-3 days later, and I noticed that the tooth that had a hole, now this is like a miracle, had a hole, was broken into, because there was 4 parts, 1 part was already out. To my greatest amazement, the tooth was whole. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. The tooth was now like, hello, who's somebody's I'm hearing a re-echo all of a sudden. The tooth was whole, complete whole tooth. I thought I was dreaming. Maybe it's the other tooth. I was using my tongue to test it. I went to the mirror, I checked, and behold, the tooth was was normal. The crack gone, the cavity gone. And I was just thinking, honey, then just before then, before then, some of mine had testimonies. Let me just focus up on my tooth. My tooth was completely normal. And I was still blown to pieces. I went to the flyer, right? I didn't even know it was the stem cells at first because a lot of people have testimonies. They'll tell you they didn't see anything, they didn't feel anything. I was actually taking that product for another thing, not for my tooth. I didn't see testimonies on that part of me, which was my back pain, but I saw it in my tooth. So I went to the flyer, that flyer that we had. I'm telling you, you see, sometimes people see, but they don't comprehend what they're seeing. When I now looked at that flyer very well, I found out that hold on, Sharon, can you give me your flyer, please? Your flyer, Sharon. And I found out that all the while, missing tooth had always been in that flyer. I never saw it. It had been there. That's when I now knew this is real. So before, do you know what happened before then? Some of mine actually had been using glasses for, I wish I could get a picture up on slide. I've been using glasses I got married to her. She wasn't using glasses at first. I think like a year later, she started using glasses. We got married in 2010, September 25th. Okay. And you can see, let's keep this down so it doesn't fall down. So I'm going to show you. So if you look at this picture very well, most of you might have been seeing this picture, this image, right? I went back to this image, and that's when I realized that missing tooth is here. I'd always been there. Just take it. If you go to the internet, you see it. It has always been there. How come I didn't see it? Because I was assuming I knew what this thing was all about. I know it's a supplement. So I was blown. I went straight into the internet. I started to do my research. That okay, tooth stem cells. I started seeing loads of stuff, and I was like, wow. Let me pause a bit. Let me rewind back like 4 weeks before that or 3 weeks before then. Somebody came to the house. This is another testimony. Somebody came to the house and she started using the product. But because before we gave birth to our first child, it took us like 5 years. Okay? So we did some tests and they told her that she had some fibroid. Not like in large quantity, but some lumps like that. I saw the scan. Not like I was told, I saw the scan. There's some little bullets of fibroid, okay? And she started using the product. But before then, she was using glasses. You can see this image here. That's up mine here. Okay? This is glasses. And this is another one again. This is our Robota, in case you want to know. That's her. She uses glasses. So, in my office, we have what they call the HMO. I'm sure a lot of you know about that. So, she went to the hospital and checked her eyes and bought new spectacles, new ones, for my clients. My client is very good in eyeglasses, very, very good, experienced. So she bought new spectacles, 10,000 naira worth. That was back then. So she came to the house, started using the product. 2 days later, or then about, that was when my daughter, very young, broke one of the handle. And I was like, honey, I mean, you just spent money from the office for new glasses. 2-3 days later, it's broken. Guess what she told me? That she could see. That she could see without the glasses. So I was like, what do you mean you can see without the glasses? Because it doesn't make sense to me. I was sitting at the dining set. She was at the table. And meanwhile, someone always checks. This is for, let us be, she uses glasses for the past 5 years. 5 good years. She understands. She uses eye drops, forever stuff, stuff like that. Most of the time she sees some stuff on the screen, she will tell me, honey, what's that? Can I tell you what this is? She will write it. Tell her, she'll write it down. Even on her phone, she'll tell me, honey, what's this? Help me to check. So started using the product. 3 days. From the second day, I was not happy because I expect her to be more careful with glasses because 10,000 is not small money. But she told me that my God broke it. I said, you should have kept the glasses very well. Only for her to tell me, honey, I can see. I said, I can see. What do you mean? What do you mean you can see? It doesn't make sense to me. I just told her to just sit down, go and sit down somewhere. What do you mean by you can see? Because I was so engrossed in my office work in the bank. The following day I came again. She told me, honey, I'm telling you, I can see. I said, see as in how? I didn't believe. I'm a very skeptical person. Before I can believe anything. So 1 week passed, 2 weeks passed, and I was like, you're still not using your glass. She said, honey, I did see. That's when I started. And I went to the same fly again. That was earlier on. And I saw blindness. It's there. I can take care of the eyes. So that's how she got her testimony. And she started using that to sell, started using that to move around. And I think a couple of months later, I think 2 months later, I'm just trying to, summarize everything. 2 months later, when she went to the office, she heard a lot of testimonies. I wasn't going to the office. She was one that experienced it. She was hearing testimonies of people talking about this and this. I was like, what's going on? She now had to do something. She had fibroid. She went to the hospital, that's the lab, and told them that she wanted to test to see if she had fibroid. Then they did a test for her. They scanned her, and behold, they didn't see anything there. Everything was clean. They told her, they asked her a kind of a rhetorical question because, madam, who told you had fibroid? It was as though she was trying to, pour curses upon herself. Madam, who tell you say get fibroid? She said she knows she has, because she has already done a scan before. He said, madam, you don't have fibroid. So she was confused. Although she was hoping, so she wanted to be double sure. She went to another lab to do the test. And they confirmed it. That, madam, you don't have any fibroid. So when she came back, she showed me the test results. And I was like, how come? So I started to dig deep into the stem cell. Because it's very important when you find out something that is extraordinary, don't just, you can doubt, but you can also do what they call, do your research. I started to do personal research on the internet, on stem cells, on missing tooth, on fibroids. Because our mindset before now was that these problems don't have any remedy. You just have to manage them till the person passes on or pass away from earth. So I'm going to reserve some of the testimonies that I already have. I have loads of them. I'm going to reserve some of them. I'm going to give room to those that probably want to share some of their own testimonies. Do you have anyone that want to share his or her testimony? You can just raise your hand. I can see Professor Adeloye here and Remy from UK and Mr. Ezekiel. Please, if you have a testimony, just raise your hand so that I don't want to be too selfish. Just take up the whole floor. Is anyone? Hello? Mr. Kaifem? Madam Anka? Oh, Mommy Anka, good evening, ma. Didn't know you were around. Can you guys mute yourself? Let me see.
Mama
okay,
Anka
yeah, you can.
Mama Anka, I'm going to make her a co-host so that she can unmute herself and also help us to coordinate this house. And permit me to share. I can hear myself. I think someone has 2 devices on. If we have an extra device, can we please mute one so we will not be echoing? And for those, if you have invited anybody and they are complaining they cannot hear, please simply tell them to, I can still hear myself.
It happens sometimes. Just
simply tell them to go to the headphone icon.
Then disable it, yeah.
The headphone icon and click. Once they click on it, they will be able to hear us. Mama Anka, you are co-host now. I have Mr. Tolufadulu as co-host. I have Professor Adeloye also as co-host. I have Mama Timi UK as co-host. And permit me to share my son's testimony.
Great,
and then while I do that, I don't know if Don Jeff is in the house. We have a lot of people who's got testimonies. Please, if you have your testimony, bring them out. We have a reason why we call people up to give testimonies so that someone will not think it is a cooked up something. This is as raw as it is. That is why we'll take our time to do this fortnightly. This is as raw as it can be, unembellished. You will get it just right from whoever it is that is sharing it. Okay, my testimony is on one of my kids. There was this bout of malaria going around town now. If you call anybody, they will tell you, oh, I'm just recently sick of malaria. I am down, my family is this and that. So this has gone round. And what did I decide to do? For my family, I said, okay, to still help, somebody said, you people should be using multivitamin now. I told them I do stem cell. And my stem cell covers me. But not to disobey, I decided to do a particular brand of multivitamin for my children. When I did, fine, it was sweet, delicious. They took it without any problem. I then discovered one of them started leaking blood, as in on his body, skin. I noticed he started itching. He will itch and scratch, 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 scratch. The place will burst open, as in bursting open. I'm not talking of blister or something. He will scratch and the place will burst open. It was looking like someone that was flogged with the tip of a wire. The whole of his body was bleeding. If he puts his hand on a table, by the time he's lifting his hand, there is blood stain on that table. It's that bad. I was so ashamed. I said, if somebody will come and see this boy now, what would they say is wrong with this boy? I checked his tummy. In the front of the tummy part, there were like 5, 6 openings, bleeding. I think what really got my attention was I saw flies buzzing around him. Oh, what is this? How can flies be buzzing around my son? What is happening? I saw his legs. There were wounds from the big digit, the big toe, his ankle, his calf, everywhere was bleeding. I saw his hand. I saw the ear, the back, and he was busy scratching. I was like, what could be happening? So I was lost at what to do. First, I was trying to find out what could have caused this. My mind did not even go to that multivitamin that I was given. I said, okay, I think I need to solve this. He was looking very dull, he was forlorn, he was just recluse to himself. The first night, after I noticed this, I quickly tore a sachet of the double stem cell and I gave him in the night. First thing in the morning, I opened a sachet of the crystal cell, I gave him. The second morning, I gave him another sachet of crystal cell. By the third morning that I was going to give him the crystal cell, I discovered the body was smooth, as in no bleeding, nothing. Every torn part was looking closed. What a sweet relief. I now said, many of us tell people that crystal cell is awesome for wound healing. This is a practical example, as in the wound was healing so tremendously that I did not believe what just happened. I was like, are you for real? Did this thing just happen? Did this just happen? Because I asked myself, if someone had come to me saying, Alex, my child is suffering this, my child is having this, what will I do to help that person? So crystal cell came to my son's rescue. What I was still thinking, we will need a dermatologist to help us find out, because it was really scary to see your son or your child bleed all over. It was bleed, the body was bleeding. And in 2 days, the crystal cell was able to close all that wound up.
Great
Thank you
testimony.
so very much.
Great.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Alex. Although you have other ones, I know that one is very, very touching. I mean, a mother would normally not feel happy to see his or her child.
Obviously, can you speak a little louder?
Again, can you hear me now?
Yes.
I don't know. I think I have to put this inside my mouth or something. So thanks a lot, Alex, for that testimony. A very, very powerful one. You don't know, there's something about testimonies. You don't know who's here that could know someone that has this problem. There's one of my teammates. Her name is Pascaline, classic lady. She was sharing flyers and shared the flyer to someone who she has never met before. That person went through the flyer and saw, those legs that are not going to heal, and now went to the person that had those legs, that bad legs, showed him the flyer, and the guy gave the flyer to the wife. The wife called classic lady, and we spoke yesterday. And I told him, as well as the wife, we had a three-way call. We did a three-way call, and I told them, when classic lady was on the streets sharing his flyer, she wasn't looking for you. She didn't know about anybody having these legs. But somehow, some way, God has made it possible that you now know about this opportunity. So let us take it seriously. So I think by tomorrow we'll be meeting. We have a meeting tomorrow. So the testimony that Alex just gave, which one, even the one I just also gave, there could be someone you might know, or you maybe, if you just think deep, or someone that is here who is an invited guest, can also have something to share to the persons that they love. Let's not just play down on any testimonies. Let's not play down on them. They're very, very important, because you could just be the next person helping the next person out there that could help them from the trauma, the excessive spendings, and even the lack of hope syndrome. Okay, I'm going to ask Amazing God, Nigeria, you have your hands are up. Amazing God, I've already asked you to unmute. I don't know if you can do that. Your name reminds me of these songs of praise we used to sing in those days in secondary school. Can you unmute yourself? Okay, great. Oh, you're back again. Okay, great. Your name reminds me of the songs of praise. You remember songs of praise? SOP on the assembly.
Yeah, songs of praise.
Okay, good evening, madam. How are you doing? How's the family?
Good evening.
All
I'm
right.
fine. That is good. So,
Yeah. So what do we have for us this evening?
yeah. Okay, let me put on my video.
Okay.
Hello.
Okay, we can hear you loud and clear. Loud and clear. Go on.
Orpheus, you need to mute your own mic when anybody else.
Okay.
And can she please put on her video so we can spotlight her? Please,
Okay.
ma'am, can you put on your video so we can spotlight you?
Okay.
Yeah, I can see you. But
Women are trying to put my wig. Okay. Hey. Good evening, everybody.
good evening.
Okay, I'm happy to be here. I've not been in on Zoom for a while, but because of this testimony, please, I want to share my testimony. I have many. Okay, I have many. I will just be very fast. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Yes, we can.
Okay. Before I give my baby's food, when I finish my baby's therapy, I then I did not understand what the system was all about, what the products can actually do. But I knew I had a woman in my fellowship that had diabetic gangrene, and it's been there You know, the wood is always there, and I felt I will not use this. So I gave her just a pack and half, just a pack and half. Within 3 4 days, the gangrene cleared up. The wood was like, when he came to church, I gave it to her on Friday. He came to fellowship on Sunday. This is someone that always comes to fellowship with a bandage, you know. And so she came, there was no bandage, no cotton wool. And it was like, what happened? I don't know. Amaka gave me something. Amaka gave me something. And I lit that thing. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can. Loud and clear. Go on, right on.
Okay. I don't know. Amaka gave me something. I put that thing under my tongue. And I just felt like something like chicken. All these chick, you know how chick need to pick food on the floor. Something was picking something on my leg. It was like chum 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 chum. It was like 100 chicks were trying to eat food from my leg. I said, yes, they are trying to absorb that sugar that is in the leg, that is in, I don't know. But within some hours, I felt like there was no wind. From Friday to Sunday, the whole room dried up, cleared
Wow.
up, went off. When she
Wow.
came to fellowship on Sunday, he was like, Amaka, what did you give from the way? What is that thing you gave her? 3 days? Come on. There are so many. I'm giving my son's testimony. But if I'm gonna achieve, come. This is my son. I'm going to look for
Wow.
his I'm going to look for his picture when he was having heart problem. If you know him then, you see him now, you will never believe in the same town. You
Wow.
will never believe in the same town. This is 3 years. By July, third Sunday, July, third week of July, it will be 3 years. My baby was settled on heart problem. It's a prayer I can never pray for an enemy. This one is not a prayer, it's pray for an enemy to have this issue. 3 months after our movement, I went out with my baby. And by the time I was coming back, I noticed he was breathing like that was what I was hearing. And we said, hey, what is this? But nothing we could do. So we decided to take him to that was Federal Medical Center or you go. So we went to Federal Medical Center, we go for the run test, ran a scan on him, better. So they came back, but I'm sorry, that's the problem with the heart. I had all my kids at Federal Medical Center. Oyinbo. He was the only person I had away from Federal Medical Center. Oyinbo. Because there, when you have a child, they will trace that child. If there's any problem, they'll correct it at that early stage. But because of the way things were, I couldn't go to Federal Medical Center. I had him in so by the time running tests and then scan and everything, they came back, but I'm sorry, there's a problem with heart. They placed him on antibiotics. They started Zinat. They gave him Zinat. And after the bottle of Zinat and everything, the heart, the beating came down, started beating well. We felt, oh, the peak is settled. We went home. Now, when we got home, they didn't tell us anything. They didn't tell us it was a case. So we continued just like that, maybe about 1 week or 2 weeks. Tell something like that again. Uh-uh. We went again, we gave internet. That was how we started. Oh, and I noticed that my baby wants to bring him out and a little air passes around him. He will start breathing abnormal. So from that day onwards, can't go out anyhow, can't go out without a cardigan. He must go out, he must go out with like 2 cardigans. These cardigans I normally have a cap on.
Yeah,
We buy
hood.
at least one, yes. So we must buy that. Don't buy the one that doesn't have the hood. So for me like that, it was like, oh, it was okay. So every
Wow.
day we're in hospital, the place was dinner, we'll come back. So when we found out that dinner was the order of the day, we have to buy dinner and keep at home. Now. 2, 3, 4 bottles. And eventually, things got back in the night. We open, shake it off, put warm water and use it. Then I don't use fan. I can't. You don't even talking about AC. You can't use fan. Because every air must not come into it. It was like that. Off and off, all on and on. Hospital. I go to admission, come back. You see my baby? Oh my God. In fact, God kept it alive. Because right there, my fellow, every day they are praying for him. Oh, you baby. Oh, you baby. Come over, bring him. You stay at the altar. You will lay his breathing. At the back, you hear it. People go, what is wrong with this boy? You see him, he looks a stickler. Better than him. We continue like that. I don't back him. I don't back him. I don't back him. I back him once or twice a week. And if I must back him, it must be very hot. The daddy will say, don't back him, oh. Leave him. No carry shit for body. Leave him for me, yeah. Don't back him. So that was how it was. We continue. You know, sometimes you will cry, I will cry. Sometimes you just get to know something. Which they are not going to get out of this situation. Then, because of the antibiotics, the thing was becoming so much. His gum started bleeding. His gums started piercing, started twisting, started bleeding. He will, I can't, you know, since I gave birth to him, he doesn't use brush. We use cotton wool because once you touch the gum, blood will start flowing down. So we went to the hospital, went back to the hospital, they said, the immune system is very low because of the antibiotics. Madam, you need to stop the antibiotics. I said, hey, stop with that. It's the only thing that kept me alive, we cannot stop it. So we continue with
Wonderful. Wonderful.
till I saw the flyer and third week of second week of July 2008. And you know, God had actually told me about vital science. I used to tell people heard about vital science through people, but the Holy Spirit told me about it. And even when God told me about it, before they agreed to show me, they demanded a seed of 35%. I had to drop the seed within 7 days. God said, don't worry, I will bring that in and I'll give it. Even when God brought it, I didn't know what it is. I was still on my own. And that boy said, look at that thing that woman is holding. That thing is life in an envelope. It's life. If you have anybody that is not dead, is still alive, just give him that thing, that person will come back alive. I
Mhm.
laughed, you know, and I called up the woman and said, what is it? He said, it's cancer. You know, this laugh, we used to laugh in front of us. He laughed that kind of laugh. I said, cancer. I said, madam, all this nonsense, what are you here? He said, no, this is Switzerland cancer. I said, well, all of them are the same. I got the flyer, I went home. The Holy Spirit told me about vital science first Sunday in 2018. Told me on Wednesday again. That was the second time. Then the third time, I took the flyer and went home on Friday. I went home on Wednesday. Then on Friday, I came back because I normally come back very late then. I came back, my baby was already back with the issue. The gums had swollen with pulse. They thought it would poop. He was crying. He can't eat, can't do anything. Oh, God. I was just tired. I just slumped on the floor. I started crying. Tears. I said, God, which day am I going to be free from this boy's issue? Help me, God, just help me. I'm tired. That was around 10:30 to 11. Where do I take this boy to down? What do I do? I heard that voice. I've given you a solution 3 days ago. Get up. Go and look for that solution. If you settle this boy's case. So I ran to my bag, got out the flyer, called up the number. That was my Oga and my upliner, Ebele, and Rocking Dollar. So she came the next day to my place. with one pack of double stem cell. Before I could even talk, she opened the stem cell, brought out one sachet, and said, because the baby, he gave him half under the tongue. That was around 9 o'clock. Within 12, 1 o'clock, the gum that was like blum blum dried up. And he was like, whoa, this magic. By then, she had gone home. But I had given her the money for 7 packs. You know, God cannot be a liar. He spoke the first time, the second time, the third time. Come on. So I paid that debt for me. So by when I saw that the thing, my baby came out and said, my mom, hey, my God, everything is gone. I said, hey, I took my phone, called her. Say, come, what is that thing you gave me? My baby comes and dry. She laughed up at the laugh. I said, no problem. Just continue. So by Monday, she got the remaining pack. We continued the therapy. Munachi took stem cell, just about 3 packets. You know, it comes, it goes. Sometimes the cell will go, it comes, just like that. But within 3 packs of double stem cell, it was like nothing. For like just 1 month, 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, no cough, no cold, no kata, no complaint, no gut issues, no nothing. My husband called me and said, come, are you sure that this stuff is not turning into something else? I said, wait. The woman told me that the stem cell will settle every issue in his body. So maybe till one day, he only wanted to show me what to do. Or even went to the bathroom and bought himself cold water. On his own, no. He still believes that the bathroom cold water now. He has never tasted cold water. In 8 years, he's been bathing hot water. He took the cold water and ran out. Say my mommy, I bath cold water. I bath cold water. It was happy. It was, I mean, yeah, this is why I put me for problem. Where do I go? Hey, I was expecting him in some minutes begin to react. That was it. Nothing happened. No reaction. Or even was just
Wonderful.
clean. Nothing happened. My man said, hey, are you sure? For real? No shoot. We didn't go out that day. We were just like watching him like television to see what will happen. And nothing happened. This is 3 years. My baby heart was corrected. Every issue about my baby was corrected. In fact, people that knew him, they say, no, it's not this stage. It's so God as the one.
This product deserves some thumbs up. I'm serious. Serious
So,
thumbs
we are
up.
here.
Amazing
Oh,
grace. Amazing God. Sorry. You have really spoken very well. Please, I want us to give her some reactions, positive reactions.
Yeah.
And there are others that want to talk. They're already here. Because some of these are so many. I will help Madam Fautimi. Let me give her a chance to speak. Okay, you can unmute yourself. Amazing Grace, you did wonderful. Please, thumbs up to her. I know you very well. The passion, the enthusiasm. I see you at the head office. I'm like, what's this woman seeing? Now I have a clear understanding of what's really going on now. What's really going on? Thanks, I appreciate for the time you've shared your testimonies with us. Yeah, Mommy Fautimi. Yeah. Okay.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, everybody. Leaders, good evening.
Okay.
Hope we had a great day.
Yes.
I've got loads and loads of testimony, but I'm just going to share just 2, and I'll be quick. About 2 years ago, sometimes when I sleep, in my sleep, I'll be like choking, sort of. So I'll be coughing, try to cough whatever is in my throat out or drink water, but this thing will not go. Sometimes I will bring out like a smelly stuff, and eating solid food was really hard for me. So I went to my GP, who checked my throat and said, he hope is not what he's suspecting, that I should he need to refer me. So he sent me a referral letter. I went for the test and they told me I've got hiatus hernia. And so they did a series of tests and said, well, I just have to, they are not going to operate it, that they just that I should manage it at home. So from time to time, I was buying antacid or something just for me to be able to have relief from it. But since I started, I even forgot about it, because after I started using phytoscience products, I forgot totally about it until this morning that somebody mentioned something like that to me. I said, listen, I had this thing before, and it has not troubled me since last year that I started using this product. I even forgot about it because I've got so many health challenges that God has helped this product to cure. Even some I cannot remember. My doctor was telling me some when they were reading my medical reports, and I was like, oh, I forgot about that. Oh, I forgot about that. But God has used this product to help me. Another one that I will share is about 3 or 4 weeks, about 4 weeks ago, I woke up. I ate quite well. I was okay at night. I went to bed only to wake up in the morning, and I was feeling at the top of my tongue, the roof of my tongue, I was feeling something there, something unpleasant. And I was like, what's wrong with me? I tried to drink tea. I couldn't drink tea. It was too hot. I tried to eat. I couldn't eat. It was painful. I called my son to look at it. He said, Mommy, it's yellow. I said, yellow, okay. He said, yes. So I tried to check it in the mirror. There were blisters. The blister had popped. So people were asking me if I ate something hot. I said no, that I didn't eat anything hot. So anyway, I just conclude that since I know that my body is very sensitive, I don't know what I was reacting to. But I tried to use my double stem cell, crystal cell, and snowfield, but because you have to put it under your tongue, I decided I would put it on top of my tongue. So I used it for 2 days, but I couldn't stand it. The pain was really much. Then I remembered a lady in the global Zoom that gave a testimony. I don't know if if it was from Uganda or somewhere, that says I think she had cancer, and she said she was smelling to herself, and she used Miracle Intense on her toothbrush. I don't know if any of us remember that testimony. I just said, okay, I will do this. I'm going to perform an experiment on myself. So I took a cotton wool and sprayed Miracle Intense on it and just glue it to the roof of my tongue. I did it first day, then I mixed some Miracle Intense with my water. I goggled it and I spat it out, used the Miracle Intense that I sprayed on the cotton wool again. I used it the second day. The third day, I didn't even remember. I woke up, my usual self with my cup of tea. The first thing I did was go straight to my kettle, made a cup of tea. And it was after I started drinking tea, I said, listen, am I supposed to drink tea? Hey, this pain. But there was no pain there, nothing there. I drank my tea, and since then I've been eating very well, nothing. This people that knows me since I joined Phytoscience knows that I am a product of the product. This Phytoscience product has really done great thing in my life. Thank you for giving me the opportunity.
Thank you so much, Mama Fautimi. Your testimony is just like the others have also experienced. When there's this guy called Emmanuel Arisoko, I think he's in US now. He was one of the person that encouraged me during the earlier times in this business. One of the things that he said was his tooth was bad, terribly bad. And when he started using the product, he started eating meat. He didn't even realize, like you said, you forgot. A lot of people sometimes forget that there was a problem there before. It was now chewing meat. All of a sudden, he just said, come on. I mean, this tooth that I have is it's not paining me anymore. What's going on? And he was only cracking the bone. So it's just like it when it comes to people, it's like a miracle. It's like a miracle. And we really want to thank God for the opportunity to learn about this product, because it is not because we are the best person, it's just by his grace. There are lots of
Yes.
people out there. See, I'm going to share something. I don't know if I'm going to be. We need to understand. I mean, a lot of people do understand, but I'm going to share a video. This video is you need to understand how people feel when they are hurt, when they are taking care of their loved ones, and there seem to be no hope. That kind of feeling, you know. And whereas we have the antidote, we have the result, the remedy with us. Of course, God is in charge, but God cannot come down and do those things for us. So I don't know if let me see. Let me make Alex.
Yes.
Can you make Orpheus the second Orpheus, or can I do it?
Okay.
I
Let
want to
me
make.
try and see.
Yeah, you see.
Okay.
I want to make a co-host just to share two
But
things.
the mic is not activated.
Okay. Yeah, it's not. No, don't worry. I will just share.
Okay.
That's my phone. I just want it to be. I want to share
Okay.
from there. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
But there is a hand up. While you share, Moaris has testimony. Moaris UK, she has testimony.
Check that out.
Then someone has question at the chat room.
Thanks. Let me check it out. Okay, we have
Then Jezebel B also has a hand up.
hand up. Wow. How do I do this? Okay, let me take Jesse B. Then I'll be reading the questions on the chat room. I'm gonna ask you to unmute. Okay. Jesse BB. That's a nice name. Yeah, go ahead. Can we see your picture, your image?
Good evening,
Good
house.
evening. How are you?
I'm fine. I'm calling from Abuja.
Oh,
I'm so grateful to be part of this full house. Anyway,
Please, can we have your video on?
it's not on. I don't have lights.
okay.
Okay.
Oh,
Your picture or something.
all right. Can you see me?
Yes,
Yeah,
we
we
can.
You
Beautiful
look
face
good.
too.
Hello. Hello. Good
Yeah,
evening,
go on.
everyone.
Good evening.
All
Right
right.
on.
Thank you for giving
Yeah.
me the opportunity. Anyway, I was one of a sick person. Anyway, I sick for so long of fibroid for more than 15 years. I've been suffering from this ailment a lot. I came across the lady on Facebook who shared the link about this phytoscience. Although I didn't know what it was anyway, I just clicked the link and we started chatting on Facebook, on WhatsApp. She kept pressing me of buying this product. I say, oh, leave me alone.
Network
Hello, are
is
you still
bumpy.
there? Or is it my network?
I think it's her own network. Oh, it's like
Hello,
maybe you
hello,
can
can you
shift.
hear me?
Can you shift closer
Yes.
to the window? Possibly to help you.
Can you hear me? Hello?
Yes.
Yes, we can.
Yeah.
Okay. So I was diagnosed of fibroid anyway, which almost took my life 2018 ending to 19. I was rushed to the hospital, left with 19% of blood in my system, which I was even transfused about 3 pints of blood. So when I travel out, the situation became so worse. I've been able to manage it anyway. I've been in and out of the, Gwagwalada Teaching Hospital, just like that. Sometimes the place I normally buy the drugs, vitamin K, is not working, tranexamic acid, mesanamic acid, all kind of, acid. I keep taking them. All is not working. I'll keep, the bleeding became so worse. Until when I came back from my trip, I made a friend in Lagos who saw what I was even going through anyway. He told me that, he said, this is what you have been suffering. I said, yes, but I kept telling you people, nobody believe my story because I'm not, down completely. Sometimes I will be up and been able to take care of me. Say, okay, if the case be like this, why don't I try this product? I say, it's the same thing. I know about this very product anyway, but I will still give it a try. I bought those 2 pack of double stem cells. I took it as directed, morning and evening, every day. To my greatest surprise, everything stopped completely. Only 2 packs of it. 2 packs. So the first one I say, what is happening here? No. I don't even know what is happening. I say, okay, let me give the first month finish. Let me still observe whether anything can happen, because I don't even have a specific date of my, menstruation. It just comes when it started, no stopping. I will try as much as I could to, take all kinds of medication, which is all to no one is even working. Just be spending money unnecessary here and there. Until when I come across this phytoscience double stem cell, that is what cured my ailments. To the glory of God, I live happily without spending much money. Now, I am the
Wow.
person that can even advertise the same products to others. Even my boss, who doesn't believe anything. And now, believe me, I told them, because they know the kind of situation I faced, they know how the whole thing now happens. Because when I start bleeding,
Yeah.
not here more, not be here. Oh. So I am so grateful. I thank God so much for giving me the opportunity
Thank
to
God
share
for
my
this.
testimony.
Thank
I
God.
am
But just
so happy.
Jesse Bibi, I want to ask you a question. I want to
Go
ask you
ahead.
a very quick question.
Go ahead.
If what would you say to those probably they have heard your testimonies and they may not be here anyway, but what would you say if somebody tells you, or told you rather, that probably you were called here to give us fake testimony? How would you respond to that?
Nobody called me for any testimony. Nobody paid me for any advice or anything. I am giving the testimony because I am a living witness to it. Nobody called me for any testimony. I am telling everybody this is the 2 parts that I used. This is it. So whosoever is listening to me to any part of the world, nobody called me for any testimony. They should, if you have any ailments, give this thing a try. Give this double stem cell, just give it a try. Nobody paid me for anything, not from the company or from anybody.
Thanks a
You
lot.
understand?
I appreciate that. How is
Thank you so
Abuja?
much.
How's the weather?
Yeah. Abuja is very fine. I am the one now advertising the same product to everybody who cares to listen. Anyone who cares to listen, use this. And I want to take it even more further.
Yeah, that's the spirit. That's the spirit.
My leader, I discover every day that, please, whenever you are having a Zoom meeting, just send me the link. I want to even join.
I like that. I like that.
Because
God
I
bless
see
you.
the
Who
work of this.
invited Jesse BB tonight?
Miss Ify.
Who?
Miss Ify.
Ify?
Is she
Yes,
here?
Miss Ify.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you so very much.
Thank
Thanks, I
you.
appreciate
Bye.
it
Thank
so
you.
much.
Thank you so much.
The reason
Thank
why
you.
the reason why I asked that question is not far fetched. There was a time we were at the Kotun Center. One of our team members came onto the stage. I gave a testimony. The person that she invited, who happened to be a proprietress of a school, didn't say anything. Well, immediately she sat down. She said, "How do we know this is true? I didn't know she wasn't paid to come and give testimonies." So we kept on telling her, "It's not like that. It's like this." She was okay, no problem. She didn't believe. She left. When she started using the products, she now got her own testimonies. So when she came to the stage the following couple of months, when she was not giving the testimony, everybody was looking at her. Said, "Are you not the same person that was saying this thing could be Barbadash or could be stage managed?" She was saying, "Man, this thing is really working." So
It's
you
working.
never know how it is until it gets to you. Yeah, until it
Yes.
gets to you. Okay, thanks a
Yeah.
lot, Jesse B. I really appreciate the time you've taken
Thank you so much.
to
Thank you for
share.
giving me the
Yeah,
yeah,
there's
thanks for giving me
love
the
in
opportunity.
sharing. Yeah, there's love in
Sure,
sharing. We have a
sure.
question in the
Thanks, sir.
room, and the question is um from I've forgotten the name right now, but the question is basically on I have an aged mom who is 84 years old, seem to be having some issues with so the major thing here is that the cervical cancer is suspected to be the major problem. That can it work? That's the question. Can it work? So I don't want to answer this. I'm going to ask is BB in the house? Oh, I don't know whether this BB is the same BB or Alex, leader Alex.
I'm here. I'm here.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if BB is in the house. Sorry, I'm seeing IBB. I don't know if that's if she changed her name or something. I want someone else to answer this
BB.
question. Yes.
Okay, please can you call someone else so that it will not be like it's always Alex.
Okay. Okay. Let me ask. Soft Mind, are you there? Oh, she's not there as well. Okay, that means I have to take the. Let me take the. Okay, Active Life. Let me hear from you. Active Life. Let me hear from you. Cervical cancer.
I'm sorry, I was trying to unmute myself. Good
Yeah,
evening,
good.
Leader Ophios. Good evening, Mama Stags here. Everybody, good evening. Invited guests, good evening. Jessica, congratulations. I am
Thank you
super
so much.
excited for you.
Thank you so much.
Testimonies like this, they sweet my belly. Sis, congratulations.
Thank
You
you.
know,
Thank you.
I've been hearing since I joined other people's testimonies. But you see, the day I got the testimony like directly from a patient that I also treated for multiple fibroids, though, not just one or two. And this is somebody whose case, I mean, she's been trying to conceive, fallopian tubes blocked, multiple uterine fibroids, then a case of dysmenorrhea, that's painful menstruation with heavy flow, was crazy. You know, I thought that a therapy would take like up to 3 months, and only for her to come back to me in week 4. Week 4, only 2 packs of DS and 1 pack of Snowfield Forte. And she was just full of joy, full of joy. I went for an ultrasound yesterday. In fact, she wrote it in pidgin and seen her, so then they find the fibroid, oh, they no see am. They no see am, oh. The sonographer had to run the scan repeatedly, doubting her. And you see, you have ever had fibroids, and that was it. So coming to cancer, so congratulations, it is real. Nobody is paid to share testimony on Phytosciences platform, no. Cancer, I believe strongly it will work for grandma. She will need to take it gently, like slowly, because of her age. She will need to take the therapy slowly, but it will be a case of slowly but surely. Slowly but surely. So I'm guessing that the first thing that she's going to notice is her bleeding or spotting will surely stop, and then other things will follow slowly but surely. So she needs not fret. If I had known about Phytoscience 2 or 4 years ago, less than 4 years ago, a family member who went for hysterectomy at the age of 69 or so, 60 or 70, hysterectomy, an old woman, you can imagine, wouldn't have gone for it. So it's so unfortunate that this cancer it doesn't have respect for age. It doesn't have, even at 84, people can still come down with cancer. And so it just goes to tell all of us that as females, or even as males, that we have got a lot to do. We have got to be extremely careful with our health and take it much more seriously, because when the doctors will look at a daughter or a granddaughter that comes from this kind of woman, they are going to conclude that cancer is hereditary. You know, it's in the family is what they will say. So that child, that daughter, that granddaughter has got to take their health in their hands. They have got to take it real seriously and do this therapy even for sake of maintenance and prevention. So for grandma, I believe she'll be fine. We've had testimonies from breast cancer to lymphoma, leukemia, blood cancer, to all kinds of cancer. God has been faithful to us. So she should go on the therapy, but she should combine products. Please, you should not be miserly. Look for the money, combine products. Don't just do double stem cell. This is cancer we're talking about. Ensure that Actual Plus is there. Ensure that Snowfield Fort is there. And if you can alternate your double stem cell with crystal cell, please do it. So we hope to celebrate 90 with grandma. Thank you, everyone.
I like that. Thanks a lot, Active Life. The question has been handled. The problem will be solved by God's grace. Like she said, because of our age, we need to be careful, but like the product doesn't have any side effect. But to avoid that crisis, what they call healing crisis, the jump start, her body needs to really take it slowly, and at the same time take multiple combinations if possible. Like she said, don't be miserly. If the money is there, spend the money and get multiple products, varieties, Actual Plus, Crystal Cell, Snowfield, Double Stem Cell. Combine them, use them, and also avoid. There are some things that also need to be avoided. Her diet needs to be checked. Anything that she's taking that could trigger imbalances in maybe her menstrual flow or probably the cancer, whatever, you need to stop it, and take foods that are good, fruits. Like I always recommend something. This lemon water, lemon juice, right? And you buy it in a can. You can buy that in the house and let her take it as well. Let us be health conscious more at this time because of our age, because of the degree of when it comes to cancer. Cancer is not a joke. But let me also say this alongside. I don't know what they have been using, but whatever they have been using, obviously I don't think they're getting results. And even if they are getting the result, even if they are getting the result, they will not be getting the desired result. So it's important that you shift to stem cells. People need to understand what this is all about. Stem cells is very key. Okay, it's very key in treating all this right from the root cause, so that, like she said, Mama can get to 90 years, and even if God says, okay, it's time, let her live with this comfort, with this joy. Don't look at the time. Don't be saying things like it's her ages. No, even it's an anti-aging product. It's an anti-aging product. It can really help in many regards. I want to do something right now. There's another question on the platform, but before I do take that question, I really want to share this because let me just be very quick about it. There's another question. I'll take that very quickly as well. And Alex, can you help me? I still can't share. Orpheus?
You said you want to share?
Yeah, from the phone. Yeah. The other, you just see it punched out.
Orpheus, please, can you take it back?
Okay,
I couldn't hear you properly.
No, I am asking you to make the other device.
Okay.
You can make it a co-host.
Does he have, it's still not connected to a speaker
No,
yet.
I'm not going to talk with it. I just want to share.
Okay.
Just want to share.
Okay.
Oh,
I've done
thanks.
that.
Yeah, I've seen it. Thanks. I appreciate it. So I'm going to share something right now. There's a lady that I met. There's a lady in UK who sent me some products to give to her sister here in Nigeria, at Lekki precisely. And I gave her all the products. I think it was Junior Platinum, but that was purchased last year, and said the lady had cancer. So I gave her the whole thing. I don't know what's going on. It's not supposed to be like this. And I had totally forgotten about her because, I mean, I was calling at the point, but then later I stopped getting, what's it called, response from her. So I left her. Only for me, what's going on? Why is it acting like this? Okay, good. Let me get back to that. Apologies. I don't really know what's going on. All of a sudden, it's like it's trying to connect. Okay, let me go to the question. When that comes up, then fine. I will now take it. There's something I want to share. She had cancer, and when she called me, I was on my way to the office of mine and I. Then she called, and I was like, "Who's this person?" All I knew was her name was Mrs. Aribadu of somebody in UK, and I was like, "Okay, UK. I don't seem to know who she is." So I couldn't pick the call because she was because I was driving. I just said I'm going to call her back, or she should call me back. Okay, here it is. It's back. So when she called me, what she told me was that she had a testimony on cancer. So when she told me cancer, I, a lot of us have seen so many negative things. We're not too sure. So I said cancer. I said, okay, fine. Is it partial treatment that you have or full? She said full treatment. The whole cancer is gone. And I started jubilating with her and everything. That's her face. That's her. That was when she was going for the chemotherapy. And there's one thing that is very important for you to note. For some people, I've observed this. I heard it from Eukarya's clients. I heard it from this lady. Now, people that have cancer, they seem not to just see the cancer is really. They seem to not to. For my mother is very old. I don't want to subscribe that. But if you are quite, strong, don't leave out the medications from the doctors. That is the chemo. You understand? Don't just because the cancer, the chemo, they go side by side. I'm not saying you should focus more on the chemo, but don't throw that off from those people I have seen. They said they use chemo, but they use more of the double stem cells and other products. Then over time, they found out that the chemo was not necessary, and they let go. So that's her again. That's what she did. At the point, she even went to the hospital for chemo, and the patients that were sitting on the same row with her were asking her, are you not this? Are we not doing chemo together? How come you're looking different? So she said this is what she uses. So I said, okay, no problem. I'm telling you, this lady has her results. And guess what? The hair that was falling off from the chemo, the hair is already coming back. Look at it there.
Oh, wow,
It's coming back.
wow. Wow,
So
jeez.
it's coming back.
Thanks to God.
So I was blown. That's how. Of course, this one is this is looking good.
Wow,
So
wow.
I told her I'm going to share this. She said share it. And I said we did the result. She said I have the result. She sent me the result. She sent me this is the result here.
Wow.
Let it show. I hope it shows up. Yeah, that's at the bottom there. She showed me. She sent it. Said there's nothing too high. We need to help people. She's not doing the business, but she said she got her testimony, and that's the lab. That's the lab results. It's going to show very soon. I think it's taking time. That's the lab results. Broad places. Aleki, she's based at Lekki. Everything shows that it's all gone. So I'm sharing this because we need to believe this works. And that's why I really want to appreciate Alex's niche that has been carved out of Phytoscience, testimony. Because let's face it, if the results are not there, there's going to be no money. Forget about the network marketing. It's basically the fulcrum. It's the is the foundation of the business. A lot of us, when I started this business, I focused so much on the health because it blows people out of it's so exciting when you see testimonies that are beyond what you already know, But if you're doing this, don't forget the money side. The money also is very important, but this is a very good side. Then I'm going to try and share the video right now. I'm going to share this video. Okay, before I share the video, of course, I need to do something. I need to make sure that, I'm going to stop this. I'm going to stop this. Leave computer.
Orpheus, we can't hear you. I can't hear you. I don't know if it's about me. I can't hear you.
No, we all can't hear. Maybe he muted his mic. Maybe.
Hello, and he's smiling. I hope he's talking to us.
Maybe
We can't
he's.
hear you.
Okay, I had to do that because we need to understand how people really feel when they are going through some problems. Then we will now know why it's important we share our testimonies, not just to keep it. Some people have testimonies and they keep it within themselves. It's not good. There's a lady in US too. There's another testimony on that. I can't share it because of time. Okay, let's share our testimonies.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's a noise on the background.
I don't have any noise here. Nothing. It's only me. Yeah, maybe somebody else. Yeah.
We can hardly
Thanks,
hear
man.
you. Like washing water or something like that. That's how it sounds.
Well, you keep saying you can't hear me. This laptop is always behaving like this.
Good. Great now.
It's better
okay
now. Okay. So
Yes.
all I'm
okay.
saying is that a lot of people are sick out there, and you need to really put yourselves, you need to empathize, you need to put yourselves in their shoes. You will know how bad it is. You will also know why when you go outside, you talk about this product. You won't just say, I'm scared, I'm shy. There's nothing to be shy about. Because people are really dying. People are spending money every single day. The trauma, the stress that the parents go through every single time is enough for us to reach out and, send out a helping hand. It's more than just the money. It's about helping ourselves also. Okay? So let me go to, there's one more question there. I'm going to take that and see if we can round off and hand over back to Alex. Okay? There's a question from...
I think I may need to answer the question very fast. The first question is about the cancer of the 84-year-old. Active Life tried to do a lot on that question. I don't know, I'm echoing. I don't know, someone has a double device and it is causing this echo. Please, if you have two devices, help us to mute one. Then the same person said the dad also suffers gastritis. I want to plead with you. I know it will be a huge one on the family. The mom is having the cancer and the dad is having this. So for the case of the dad, anything gastrointestinal, anything gut will be taken care of with the Snow-Field Fort. With the Snow-Field Fort. So I want you to please use the Snow-Field Fort and the crystal cell for daddy. The crystal cell is going to speed up the healing of whatever the wound, the inflammation, the discomfort that is inside of that stomach wall. And the Snow-Field Fort is going to take care of the guts properly and take out toxins from it. Before you go on off yours, I will want to call on Moaris. Our hands have been up all the while, and I am sure she will want to share her testimony. Please, immediately after Moaris, I will want you to show to this house what we have been talking about so that people don't get it wrong. They may be thinking of something else because we have not shown anything to them. Please, if you have a slide, I want you to show to them what we are talking about and how they can get it. Please, I want Moaris to come on board. I think there's another hand, but because of time, we'll quickly take Moaris and we'll take what we are talking about and how you can get them. Thank you, everyone. Moaris, please, you have the podium. You can unmute yourself.
Can you hear me? Hello, everyone.
Yes, we can hear you.
Good evening, everybody. I hope you're all doing okay. So I've shared my testimony here once before, and I decided to do it again because I've advanced into the second or next stage. Okay, so I want to talk about fibroids. I have had it before. I've had my mastectomy, I think that was 2010. But it grew back. It came back again, and it came back big, and it was so scary. And the most scary thing was I live here in the UK, and when I had the surgery the first time, it was in France. So it was quite big, and I've been having miscarriages. So they tried to find out what the problem is. So this second time, they discovered that the fibroid was growing back. And it was really, I have some pictures, but they are quite horrible. It was growing big. And they told me that because it's a second surgery and because of where it is growing, that there are chances that I might lose my womb if they have to go through surgery. And it got me scared because, of course, almost every woman wants to be a mother. Now, if they take out the womb, well, apart from maybe surrogates or adoption. So it got me scared. Then they counted list of complications of things that could go wrong, but they wanted me to be aware because going back to the same spot a second time, I could have internal bleeding and, and then I thought, so the only option was to leave the fibroid, but if I don't get it off, I keep having miscarriages. So I called Alex and told her, okay, this is the situation. I can't go through surgery because look at all the list of complications because she was aware of the first surgery. And then I need something that can start taking. You've been talking about the stem cell. And remember, she's been telling me about stem cells years ago, but I just keep pushing her away. Please don't start. So she said, okay, that there's this product that she would introduce me to use. And then she introduced me to Snow-Field Fort. This is what I took. Crystal cell, and then the double stem cells. These were what I was taking. And then COVID happened. When COVID happened, my doctor, we had a telephone conversation and consultation, sorry. And then he said if I could come in so that we would see and know if I've made a decision. But because of the COVID, I didn't want to go. So I just continued taking it the way Alex said to take it. And then after COVID, that was this year, no, last year, sorry. I went for a scan and the doctor said, well, it's not growing. And I kept thinking, it's not growing, meaning it's still the same size, or is it reducing? Because he said that we could take the chance of having an injection to shrink it first before taking it out. So I had to think about that, then think about what if they now make a mistake and then something happened that I have to lose my womb. So he said it was shrinking. So what will happen is I should wait. Let's wait it out and see if it will keep going down. So he just said from now till, which is supposed to be next year, let's see how it goes to know if I'm still going to have to take that injection to shrink it because of the size of the fibroid, to limit the risk that I might have during the operation. And then something happened, but I'm just going to cut this story short. Something happened that I had to go to get another view. And I did a laparoscopy. I don't know if you guys know where they put the camera to just check. I said, this is the situation. And the doctor kept asking me, are you sure? I said, yes, this is what they told me. He said, I can get this out without any problem. I kept saying, are you sure this is my life? You know? And he told me, I can take it out, no bleeding, no complication, no problem. I kept doubting it. I told Alex that, okay, I could have just waited it till next year to shrink, but because of some personal reasons, I just thought if it is possible to take it out without any risk, then I will go for it. And then after the laparoscopy, and I had to go for a myomectomy surgery, and I am fibroid free.
Wow.
I am here talking to you guys. And for my healing, when I had the procedure, I was taking Crystal Cell and what do you call it, Ultra Plus. I finished the first bottle. This is the second one I just opened, and this one is almost finished. I think I've got just about few. So they have been what I have been taking. My scars are healed, and I am here. I am here to say it works. And the thing is, I just wanted to just use it. I told Alex that I don't want to register, please. I don't want, because I'm not marketing. It's not my thing. I don't care. I just want it. So, but because we've known for Alex, I think we've known for more than 20 years, if I'm not mistaken. She kind of, I would say she tricked me, because she said, okay, this is what you need. And then she registered me. And when I realized that this thing really works, and I was like, so how do you register? And she told me, well, you're already registered. And because she said she knows the kind of person I am. And it's true, I would have scolded her that, why didn't you convince me enough? You know, why didn't you convince me enough? So my sister that was as well, I just gifted her one of this because she was having arthritis. And she's the type that wouldn't take anything unless it's prescribed by a doctor. She lives here in England as well. And I gave her one. I said, just use it. After my mom visited Alex and got some as a gift, my mom praised the product, and then my sister accepted to use it. And my sister, she can squat. She's 47. She can squat. She can do whatever. She can bend her knees. This really works. It does work. I would have shown some pictures, but it's in a container, so the sizes, you would not really see the size, but they were huge ones and multiple ones. So I kept wondering, how big was it when they told me the first time? And another testimony was, I had COVID. Yes, I had COVID. And I called Alex and said, this is what I took for just COVID. This just the double stem cell. That's all I took. I had COVID, I tested positive, and I was very, very, very sick. I thought I was going to die. It was so bad, I couldn't get up, I couldn't get down. They kept telling me, okay, I should call the emergency, but my fear was if I call them, I just know that people that go to hospitals in England, most of them don't come out, they die. I don't know what it is. So I said, I'd rather stay home. But for some reason, the only thing, because they told me to take, there is nothing they can really give me to take painkillers. But this was what I was taking because my metabolism, for some reasons, it doesn't respond fast to medication. It will, but it takes time. That's one thing I've noticed about me. So, and I keep telling people, just because I took this and did a surgery doesn't mean it will not work. If I was patient enough, if my sister only had 3 days, I stayed at her place and she testified that it was working. Whereas I was taking mine for like months before I was even convinced that it was working. But because I was optimistic that it would work, I just kept taking it. So just to tell everybody here that just because it's not working for you now doesn't mean it will not work. It will definitely work, but it might be a slow process for you and be a fast process for the other person. But I guarantee you, imagine me talking about this product like
Wow.
So yes, this is my testimony, and I thank Alex so much because it has really done. I can't, but
Can I
guys,
ask you a question? Can I ask you a question, Morris?
yes,
Can I ask you a question? A very quick one. It's almost related to what I asked the other lady, but in a different form. If you and Alex were together, right?
yeah,
And Alex was trying to convince someone to buy this product for her healing or his healing, and the
yes.
person says, I'm not interested in this kind of stuff. How would you feel now?
Now I will just like that marketer I know will come out, but because there's a personal reason behind it as well.
Okay.
I used it. It's just a matter of showing them pictures. Of course, if they see pictures, they are seeing your face, they are seeing the surgery and all that, they would believe you because they will know definitely you can't be lying about it. The thing is, there are so many fakes out there. People are scared. If not that I was so close to Alex, even though I was close to her, it was 2020, and it was because I needed it. That was why I even said, okay, let me just ask her. She always knows all these things, you know. But that is it. It will take someone, it will take a lot of convincing, but guys.
But God is in charge.
Guys.
Wow, I'm happy. I'm really happy for you, honestly speaking.
Alex, this one,
Guys, so much
see.
you. Let me just do this for the sake of those that probably want to know more about the product. I'll just share if they want to know more. Alex.
Okay, while Ophios is bringing out the product, and Morris has already let the cat out of the bag because she cannot she can't just contain whatever it is. She's super. I'm happy my face is safe because the tougher people you get to talk about are those who are close to you. The toughest people you will ever talk to about your business are those ones. And look at, she's the one busting everywhere now. Oh my gosh. While we are waiting for to do that, I can see Professor Adeloye's hand is up. Well, I don't think we are going to close this meeting at 10 today. And I want to say, permit me, everyone, to welcome to this podium our ancestor. He's right here. He sneaked in. But I found him. Mayor the Prof, 2 hands for just you. 2 hands for you alone. Good evening, sir. I noticed when you sneaked in, and I can recognize your presence. Thank you for coming.
Mama and Papa.
Good evening, sir.
In fact, I don't know whether we are going to do this one or whether we for extend that till 1 a.m. Honestly, I really marvel. Sincerely speaking, according to what I said this morning, that we have people, but sometimes you may not know the resources you have. Honestly speaking, whenever we are talking about our product, it's working, people may think it's just a making mouth. So this kind of section, sincerely speaking, it's something that, in fact, I really appreciate. So, I say Softy Mama. Now Softy Papa that is here tonight. Softy Papa and Softy Mama daughter. Eh, so honestly speaking, we appreciate every bit of our time because time is fast spent, and I know more testimony are coming. Me, I have a load of testimony, just like I was multitasked. That is why you said I didn't share my own tonight. Next week on is Slex that booked me. Let me share my product testimonies more.
Oh, okay. You want to share testimony, Prof?
Not now. Next week, I want to back up with evidence. With
He's booking. He's booking next week. So just
because the
clear the
time.
road for him.
Okay. Okay,
Mhm.
that's awesome. That's awesome. Wow.
Yes, so
You have to increase the number of participants to 200. oh.
thank you so much. Honestly speaking, I appreciate
Thank you
all
so
of
much,
you.
sir. We will be looking forward to next week, sir.
One
Obviously, you
love.
have the podium. Professor Adeloye's hands are still up.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yes, we
Thank
hear
you,
you, sir.
Big
Good
Boss
evening, sir.
Alex, for giving me the opportunity to talk. Obvious, you have been so wonderful, sir.
Thank you very much, sir.
Wonderful
Appreciate
evening.
it.
I don't know whether my great grandma is in the house, soft mind.
No, she's not.
And of course, Mama Fortimi, great leaders in the house, Bifad, and my ancestor. My two arms are up. Our ancestors. They are most welcome.
Bravo.
You see, I had to, when Maris was talking, it occurred to me that I just have to chip in just a sentence. You are not alone. I thought I could never market anything. I told Mama Anka, good evening, mommy, sweet mother. Good to have you in the house.
Beloved son, good evening.
Kinds of
The proud mother of a professor.
Yes, sir.
conversation with her. I told her I was not network marketing compliant. A year later, a different story altogether. So Maris, network marketing compliance. Just go ahead and do it. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Professor. Thank you.
Thank you, Prof.
Obvious, please, can you tell us how we can get this product, please? Can you tell us how we can get this product? What the packages are like?
Okay, the products are, first of all, I want to appreciate and thank Professor Adeloye. You have been outstanding. You have been outstanding. God will continue to bless you. And may your efforts be crowned multiple times over, because your decision to join us has really helped a lot of people in your own sphere and beyond. So the products, basically, if you want to get them, I would say get back to the person that contacted you, but basically also the products are here in Nigeria. They are also in other parts of the other countries as well. If you want to get them, the cost implications are. Let me see if I could share that. I don't know if I have time to do this. The cost implication. Oh, you can't get that here right now. Like we rightly said, there's also the business side of it. But in case you're not interested in that, of course you should be. But today's own, we all know that we're focusing mainly on health. So to get the products, you simply just send your funds to the person that that invited you here. Okay. The person will send you the cost through WhatsApp, or you can chat on email. Or you can chat on the phone, or you can send you an email. The cost implication. We have different packages such as the there's products Sorry, let me get this up. Hope I can get it up. I don't know if this slide has it easily displayed. Alex, can you help me out here? Maybe bumpy. Hello, Alex.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, can you help me out with the product? I don't know whether it's on this slide.
With your slides?
No, it's not mine. That's the one for Pato Science Nigeria. Just try.
Okay, do you want the
Yeah, I was trying to see if I could get. Okay, let me just use this one because of time.
You can just let's do just the prizes. Yes, just the prizes.
Yes. Okay. So for those that are interested, what you need to do is you can. Oh, sorry, this is not what I wanted to use. I'm so sorry. So sorry. I'm very fast here. Okay. Sorry about. Okay, I got it. Okay, I got it. That's it. Okay. So if you really want to get the products, it's better you buy by raising a voucher in your name, as some of mine would say. Just like Mariah said, UK, because when you buy out the company, it's better for you. When you get testimonies, you will now realize that it's better just sign up. But if you don't want to, I mean, find good reasons why you should anyway. So 92,000 naira will go for 6 double stem cells. DS means double stem cells. That's 92,000 naira, right? And we have 442,300. That's for 32 double stem cells and 4 snowfield. 4 snowfield. Okay. If you do the calculation, you find out that if you shrink it by unit, it's far cheaper than buying 92. Then if you go up to 612,800, that will get you 26 double stem cells, 6 crystal cell, and 4 snowfield forts. If you do the same calculation, if you shrink it further, it's even cheaper than 442 and cheaper than 92. Okay. Then the last one, but not the least, is the 1,093,000. That will go for 30 double stem cells, 20 crystal cell, 4 snowfield, and 2 actual plus. Okay. This is how it goes. Sometimes some people may want to buy because of the maybe paucity of funds. They decide to buy 442, 300, then add actual plus, crystal cell alongside, depending on the health challenge that is on ground. And for those that probably are wondering what are these products like, that is there at the bottom left and also at the bottom right of this page. So reach out to the person that contacted you or invited you here and let them understand how you feel. Share your testimonies. Share your challenges. Let them into the real matter, and they will tell you what to do. But let me also say this: when you buy the products from the company, you are insured. You are covered with a $1 million US liability insurance claim, which is better than just buying it, by the wayside. And let's face it. If I'm in this business, I have a right to sell this product and make a profit. Every businessman does that. But when you buy it with the company price, we don't make profit on that in terms of retail profit. Okay, we don't make retail profit on that. So it's better you buy company price. A double stem cell goes for 20,000 naira per pack. But when you buy the company price, it's far cheaper. And get involved and let's help touch more lives out there. A lot of people are suffering. A lot of people are dying. A lot of people don't have hope. A lot of people are traumatized. A lot of people have sat in meetings thinking probably what they're experiencing is a spiritual attack. But you find out that when they come into this stem cell thing, it's really something that can be handled by the grace and power of God. At this point, I want to hand over to Alex so that she will really round up. I want to thank you all for the time you've given me, the honor you have also vested upon me to take this anchorage, and I hope I've done my very, very, very best. Prof, Mommy Anchor, Faultimi, and so many other persons. Active Life, I really want to appreciate you. Shekina Lawal, Pato Joy, Mama Shogunle. If I didn't call your name, please do not crucify me. Don't be angry. I can't scan through all the pages right now, but I really want to express my deepest gratitude to God first and to you, and say a blessed good night to you. Thank you very much. Over to you, Alex.
Thanks so
Just,
much, sir. We really appreciate you.
just say A
We
to Z.
appreciate you.
Okay, just say A to Z. Anybody that may start with A to Z.
My name is Z1. Alex. Okay.
Yes, I'm here.
Yeah, we're closing. We're going, right?
Wow. This is, I would say, exactly 2 hours after we started the presentation. We started some minutes past 8 p.m. and I can see the house is still very, very full. I want to say a very big thank you to everyone for helping to come today, to listen to people share their heartfelt testimonies. It is not easy, but we can see with tenacity, with focus, you can see people are achieving their desired goal. Someone shared a testimony and stated that don't despair. There is something called individual body metabolism, and it comes out to play whenever there is a therapy going on. Your body could be slow or it could be fast. Whatever it is your body is giving you, just keep to it. Do what you are asked to do. Continue with your therapy. If you have some things at the middle of it, maybe some kind of crisis, just take it easy. It might be just your healing crisis. Don't despair. You're going to get that desired goal. Tonight, I want to say a very big thank you to Mr. Victor Emwove. May God bless you, sir. You did us noble on the Platinum Partners. I will not fail to recognize the presence of everybody that came here tonight. Many of us just had just some few minutes before the presentation started, and you all made your presence known and felt. May God bless you. May you never be found wanting in any facet or area of your life. Thank you so very much. From this time, I want to say, we unmute everybody. Let's say our greetings. Whoa, it's been a wonderful time tonight. It's been a wonderful time tonight. I don't know about every other person, but I enjoyed myself tonight. I want to say, Jessie BB, kudos to you, Mama Paul Timmy. You are wonderful. Wow, Moaris, you are, you know, I love you. You know, you can't dispute that. I can see Mo Daniel. I can see everybody. Mama Stella, thank you all for coming. You guys are super duper awesome. I love you all. I love you all. Let's do this again next week. We will next week we'll be seeing, because some people are already booking spaces for for testimony for next week, and I'm sure we can do a whole lot together. Orpheus, I don't know what to say to you, but thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I can never thank you enough. Thank you, everyone. Please, Orpheus, help us to unmute. Seasoned Minister is raising hand. I hope all is well. Seasoned Minister.
God bless you. One love. Good night.
Thank you, everybody.
Good night.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bless you.
Bye.
Good night.
Baba,
Thank you for answering my
thank you, August. Thank you, everyone, the leaders.
Wow, look at the
Thank you,
testimonies.
all the
Thank
great leaders.
you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. God bless you.
Thank
God
you
bless
from
you.
7 minutes.
Thank you. God bless you.
Bye-bye.
God bless you. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye.
Bye.
Have a great night. Rest you all.